Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. This is going to be a reading for the collective. It's just a general reading, so if you would like a personal reading, check the description box below for all the information about my products and services. So we're going to get started, get 3 theme cards to see the overall energy. Then we're going to put some tarot down and then I'll get some final messages using the oracle cards. I ask Archangel Michael to watch over and protect me while I do this reading. Thanks for stopping by. I hope you are all doing well. 3 cards, please, Spirit, 1 at a time. What do we need to know at this point about who's working against the collective or what's coming towards the collective? Anything we need to be made aware of? What would you like us to know? 1 card at a time. Community. This could be a group of people that are part of your tribe. We'll see. There's a karmic female, main female in the reverse. So karmic female in this community. So this could be someone who has spread gossip about you or lied about you, worked against you. Could be gossip about your income or the way you look. With the number 2, could be a Taurus. 1 more, please, Spirit. What's this about? Gossiping female in the community so far. What else? Could be a group of them. 1 more. What do we need to know about this main female? She's the ringleader. Okay. She could come across as really sweet and kind, but she's anything but is what I'm hearing. 1 more, please, Spirit. This isn't the person that you give your flowers to, is what I'm hearing. 1 more. Are we getting 1 more? Maybe we're not getting 1 more. Hang on. There we go. So they're in bad health at the moment. They wanted you in bad health, or they said you were in bad health. That could have been part of the gossip. It looks more like the gossip was to do with your income. They were quite smug about this. Now they're in bad health. They're receiving some sort of bad news about their health. Well, you're able to move on calmly. Yeah, they invested in something here. Gossip, slander, lies within this community group. I'm going to put some tarot down now. So can I get the energy, please? 2 of coins. Yeah, something needs to be brought back to balance here. Something wasn't right. There was no balance. Something to do with your job and how you work and how you make money. This female could have said that you were sick and spread gossip about your health. The challenge for them is that they're not looking within. They have no ability to look at themselves and look where all this animosity is coming from. It's definitely part of a community group because I see Virgo here. They appear a certain way in the community, but behind closed doors they're another way. They don't want to look within. They don't want to work on their wounding. There's a lack of balance within them. They're two-faced. They present 2 sides. And it looks like they run this group. Yeah, in their subconscious, they're worried about receiving some sort of communication. What's this communication that they're worried about receiving or don't want to look at? some sort of rejection. They're being rejected. They may have applied for something and it got rejected, or they tried to put something in writing and it wasn't believed. Something unbelievable that they wrote down and it's being looked at. And their balance is being questioned. Recent past Two of Swords are in denial. They didn't see clearly. They tried to pull the wool over other people's eyes, and they tried to create a stalemate and a block, and now they're trying to cut off my throat chakra. Archangel Michael and Archangel Raphael, could you please clear that and send it back to whence it came? Thank you. Something about your voice. They don't like the way that you communicate. Too bad, too sad. They're thinking about what can be looked at, what can be discovered, what can be researched with the Page of Swords in their thoughts. They're thinking about if they've left any evidence behind. Yeah, with the Eight of Wands, definitely looking at messages, something on the internet, group chats, how they've been rejected from a community group. So they could be turning against each other, and people putting evidence, like people lodging evidence against this person. It's in the near future. Three of Wands, so their path is cut off. They've got nothing coming in, no opportunities. They're out of opportunities. Yeah, they're feeling deep regret and shame. A lot of shame and guilt about the path that they chose. I think it's mainly because they're sick now. They wanted to put you, they tried to put you in some sort of burden, but it's backfired here. They're being seen for who they are. And they don't want to see this. Yeah, they're feeling like malicious. They're feeling very emotional, unstable. A whole bunch of cards just kind of flew at me. It's the Nine of Coins in reverse, the Queen of Wands in reverse, Eight of Coins in reverse, Empress in reverse, and Tower in reverse. Oh my gosh. So this person is fucked, basically. They use their feminine energy in a negative way. They're not a good mother. They can't create. They steal off others. They don't work. They're lazy. They use their looks to get what they want. They're trying to stop something, stop a surprise or some sort of tower from happening. They're surprised that they've been discovered. Nine of Coins, they're not independent. They steal off others. They're gold digger, clout chaser, thief. That's a lot. And they're mentally unstable, deeply emotional in their feelings at the moment. They use feelings to manipulate, and they're feeling manipulated. They're feeling like this group has worked against them and like they've plotted against them. They don't want to take any responsibility here. They're refusing to look within. They're refusing to look at the fine details, and now they're looking at messages to see, like they're looking at communication, written communication or messages, whatever can be looked at. They're thinking about to see whether it can be used against them, but there's something they're not seeing. What's in their environment? Ace of Coins. So there's some sort of gift or blessing that they're waiting on or that they're hoping for. They're thinking that they're going to get some sort of offer. What's this offer that they think they're getting? It's not coming their way because the Three of Wands is in reverse. No offers or opportunities, but for some reason they think there's an opportunity coming their way. They think they can manipulate an opportunity. Ace of Coins, one to clarify that. Something that'll release a burden for them. So they think that they can keep a secret, or they think that they've dotted all their T's and crossed all their I's, or they thought they could rely on their gift of sight, but they're losing whatever intuition they had. They're losing it. They're being seen clearly. There's no mystery about them. they're not a gift or a blessing. They're losing sight. And with the Hermit, like literally they could be losing sight, like they could need glasses, because the Hermit in reverse and the High Priestess reverse, someone who can't see. And that's why they're in bad health, because yeah, they've lost their gifts. In their hopes and fears, a message coming in about having to abandon plans or being abandoned. Someone doesn't want to be part of this group anymore. They have to walk away. Someone's walking away from them. They're feeling very emotional about it. What's the outcome here for this karmic female that's in this community group? That's the ringleader. She's now in bad health. She's starting to get communication about people rejecting her and abandoning her. And it's making her very angry and very emotional, emotionally unstable, emotionally unbalanced. She thought she could rely on her sight, but that's being taken away. It's a dark practitioner for sure. Someone who will do curses and black magic for money. Stupidity. Loss of a house, no reason to celebrate, no warmth in a house. Four of Wands in reverse, yeah, nothing to celebrate, no good times. Getting kicked out of a home, no wedding, no graduation, no party or a wrecked party, or something's not going ahead. They can't celebrate because there's nothing to celebrate. Nothing coming in, nothing to celebrate yet. A cold house. Five of Wands, they can't compete anymore. They create a competition, but there's no competition. They can't cause chaos anymore. These are all Wands cards, and they're seeing you, Six of Wands, as having victory, or they thought something was going to be a victory here, but it's not. Interesting. We have the World on the bottom of the deck, so this could be to do with travel or a cycle closing out, or something to do with the internet. Could be internet with the Eight of Wands there as well. But they were expecting some sort of victory and a reason to celebrate, but it's not happening. Something or someone's died here. Something's got to be let go of. Can I get some closing messages for this reading, please, Spirit? What does the collective need to know in closing? Closing messages about this situation. It looks like people are just rejecting them and abandoning shit. Like, they don't want to get involved in whatever is being looked at here. There's some sort of research being done about this group or this community, and people are leaving because they don't want to be looked into. People are losing gifts here. Deeply emotionally disturbed, in regret, feeling weighed down, guilt, remorse and shame. But I think it's only because they've been caught, so you know, they weren't feeling guilty or shame when they were stealing from you, so you know, and gossiping and slandering your name. So yeah, and trying to take from your energy. Closing messages, please, Spirit. What do we need to know about this situation? Yeah, they're holding back. They're trying to... Oh, okay, yeah, they're in deep, deep, deep despair here, and they wanted you in despair. They could be self-exiting or attempting self-exit. It's not going to work. They have to face what they've done. There will be no self-exit for this group. These people that get together and gossip is coming to an end. This group, they're in despair. A whole bunch of them. Yeah, they're not going to be allowed to self-exit or get out of this situation. There's no exit. Do not pass go, do not collect $200. People are trying to leave, but they're not going to be able to. Yeah, they tried to control or force something here, but they can't. Yeah, I'm holding them in the upright. They didn't realize you were protected. They shouldn't have laughed and joked about your protection. Yeah, there's a young woman involved. Could be a teenage girl involved here that wants to self-exit. They're going to be punished as well. What else? Or there's a young woman that they've tried to punish because she said something about what was going on in this group. She could have overheard something and went to authorities. What else? Yeah, they partied together. They were happy about this. They were all in joy, celebrating too early. Thought this was funny, what they did to you. It's not. They were not loyal. They're not loyal to each other. They're not loyal to this group. There's no loyalty to anyone here. They tried to control everyone and everything. This young woman could be this main female in the community group. She's being ousted. Like, see how she's separate from the rest of the group? And the rest of the group is celebrating because they weren't loyal to her anyway. Someone's getting married here, or someone's committing to you. Could be someone who has lost a spouse, or they wanted you to lose a spouse, or they didn't want you to get married. There could have been some sort of death magic here that backfired. What else do we need to know? But you've got something coming in, that, or something that wants to commit to you, or someone. There's a commitment. And now they're deep in their thoughts and they can't get out of their head about a reunion or someone coming towards you. Okay, well, sucks for them. It is what it is. They'll get their karma, and I hope you found this reading helpful. I'll see you for the next one. Goodbye.